Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about Lucy from Cyberpunk EdgeRunners from Jada Toys. Now, here she is in the box. Here you have, it looks like a measurement, and I know I didn't mention that when I did David's review, but a measurement of Lucy, like of her height or whatever. And then on the back, we actually have some beautiful Cyberpunk art of the characters that were in the show. And then the side just says Cyberpunk EdgeRunners. So let's get Lucy out of the box and let's talk about it. All right, so now we have the character out of the box, and here she is. And I did change her up with the hand, one of the hands that she actually comes with already in the package. I took that off and I put the one where she's holding the cigarette in her hand, because when you first see her, that's what she's doing. She's always smoking. But her cigarettes weren't white, they were brown. So she had those like long, like slim type cigarettes that she smoked in the actual show. So that's pretty cool. You know, the other thing too is about, if you haven't seen the Cyberpunk EdgeRunners show, go watch it. Now, David may be the star of the show, but the story is about Lucy herself. So that's just the way I see it. That's what I got from it when I watched it. But yeah, very cool figure, Jada Toys. Now, looking at this figure, I mean, look at her. If I can get this to focus in. Come on now. Okay, all right, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting this to focus in. I can see that right now. All right, so right there, about where I'm going to be able to get my focus on. Hold on. There we go. All right, so here she is. As you can see, look at that. Just like if it was right out of the show itself. And beautiful paintwork, beautiful. Love the way they did the multicolored hair with the pink and the blue, and you have the green, you have the yellow, then you have like a pinkish purplish down at the bottom here. But yeah, very nicely done all the way around. Not a lot of paint, no paint slop, I should say. Not a lot of, just there's no paint slop. The way the eyes are done, everything that is done on this figure is absolutely just phenomenal. By looking at, you know, the eyes, the face, everything is just phenomenal. Then making its way down to her suit, nice painted. And one thing I want to point out, you can actually see where she can plug in those like little chips they were stealing in the show and stuff. So she has one on this side, one on this side. She's supposed to have a port up here in the back of her head, but that's pretty much covered by her hair. Back part of her suit, which is, this is, you know, cloth right here. All this is cloth on the arms and the back. This is, you know, painted on, of course, and down here we have a little bit more cloth on here as well. Here's her belt coming around with her little pouch on the side. Very nicely done, beautifully done. Down to her leggings, to her boots. I think they did a fabulous, fabulous job. Now, she comes with some accessories, so let's take a look at the accessories. Jeez, this thing's just going nuts on me. Let's take a look at the accessories that she comes with, and let's talk about those. Starting off, we have a set of trigger finger hands. Next, we have a like grasping hand and a fist, and as you can see, they have the little ports in the bottom of her, in the palm of her hands. Next, we have her gun, her pistol, and that's cool. The way they painted it blue and it's black, nicely done. No port in the front for any blast effects or anything like that, but still, nice addition to go with the character. Next, we have her cyber whips, and these actually plug into her wrists or her forearms actually on the character, and yeah, they bend. So you can pose them, you can move them however you want, and that's cool that they added these in, because she used these a lot in the show, so you actually have them so you can pose her with them. Next, we have Lucy's alternate head. As you can see, she's kind of got like a smile on her face. The eyes are a little bit different than the actual stoic head. Her hair's curled off to the side here in front of her face, but once again, nice coloring done. No paint slop, none of that nonsense. They did a fabulous job. And then you can see the ports back here under, right behind her ears. They just, you know, because her hair's right there, so you're not going to see that main port that plugs into the back of her head. But yeah, that's pretty cool that they actually, you know, did all that little detail. That's important. Now, just real quick, I just want to say that they did a very nice job with the detail on the actual cigarette. It's lit on the front, so they put a little bit of red on paint on the front. Very nicely done. I mean, look, even when you try to pose this figure now, she doesn't have the, like David did, she doesn't have the shoulder swivel in here. So and that's all well and good, but you want to be careful with the cloth when you go to bend her arms here, because she has the double jointed elbows. Well, you want to make sure they're facing the right direction. You don't want to bend them in the wrong way, because if you do, you're going to break it. But otherwise, I mean, her articulation is just like David's. Easy, very easy to maneuver her around to get her to do what you want her to do. Now, I haven't really tried posing her or moving her around or doing anything like that. I just took her kind of out of the box, and I'm just, doing what I'm doing now with her. So you guys get to see it firsthand now. For whatever reason, you have the cloth that comes around right here, which is nicely done, right? And then you want to get her to do a kick. You can have her kick up in the air, like so, which is not bad. I mean, I'm just being a little cautious because I really haven't moved her around or anything like that. But, I mean, she just moves. Like, she may be the joints may be a little stiff, but she moves. So you can actually get her to do, some good posing. And, like I always say, I'm always horrible at putting these guys into posing positions and stuff like that. But if I wanted to get her to, let's see, she's holding her cigarette. Trying to get her to where she could be like kind of jumping out of the way here, but I'm not really pulling it off. I didn't really pull it off really with David either when I tried doing it with him, but you have her hand, she'll be jumping out of the way. She's got her cigarette. She's just kind of lunging away like so, or kicking at, even if you wanted to have her do that, you can have her do that as well. But they're very, very well articulated. I think Jada Toys is, like I said before, I'll say it again, they're bringing it to the table for sure when it comes to these figures. And look at that, I didn't even do it. I just set her down. She stood right there. No problem. Excuse me. So there you go. Now, when you want to use the ports on the figure itself here, you got to kind of push the sleeves back on here. So you want to position it, pull the sleeves back, and then there's the port right there on the forearm. So you want to take these, you can add them in like so. If I could get it to go in there, right? And that's the thing, trying to make sure the cloth is out of the way. You want to push these up, and then you want to push these in to the forearm. If I could get it to go, which I can't. There it goes. There you go. And there you go. Now you have her doing... Yeah, well, they didn't stay, but give me a second. I'm going to try and do this off camera and get it to where I can get them in there firmly. Okay, so now here I have the Sonic Whips in, and as you can see how they can be bent and left straight, however you want to choose to pose her. I have her kind of jumping, like she's jumping down or jumping towards, or whatever the case is with it. Now, when you put these in, my mistake when I was doing it, they have a little peg on the back. So when you do this, you want to make sure that when you are putting this in, you want to press on the little peg right there in the back. So you want to hold here with your thumb and then press with the other hand, push it in. It goes in nice and easy. As you can see, it's in there. I'm shaking her. She's, nothing wrong with it holding it in whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, she poses really good. If I could only get her to pose the way some other people can, then hey, normally I do it off camera and I show it off, but she does. She can, and you can get her to go however you want. But yeah, I'm trying to do it right now as I'm talking, but she does. She will pose. She's good. Jada Toys has done a lot with this line, and just because it's new, it's not Street Fighter. This is EdgeRunners. It's still they've knocked it out of the park. I've been telling you, some people can take some hints from them to actually learn on how to make their figures much better, especially when it comes to posing and giving women waists to where you can actually have an ab crunch and get her to do what she needs to do. This is what I'm talking about. When you have figures that are action, you want them to be able to move the way you want to be able to pose them. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to get them to pose. You want them to be able to move the way you want them to move. You don't want them to be just static in the waist area where they can't move and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I'm just fooling around as I'm talking here and whatnot, but you do have the cloth. You probably could take this little jacket off of her if you wanted to and just have her in her like leotard that she has on. And that's fine if that's what you choose to do. You know, she's your figure, do what you want. But yeah, this belt, just move it up. It's soft plastic. You move it up out of the way. Get her to do, you know, a higher kick if you need to. Because me right now, for some reason, I feel like I'm just not at 100%. My sinuses are bothering me, so I do apologize. So if I sound nasally, that's why. But yeah, so you can see, you can have her kicking up in the air like so, and doing, oh, that one fell out. Doing a pose, right? So you can have her like so. I know it's not a great pose, but I'm trying here. But anyway, let me get her settled back, and let me compare her to another person in this line, and we'll end this review. Really quick, I almost forgot to show her holding her pistol. Here she is holding her handgun. And as you can see, the articulation is just amazing. She can actually hold on to the other hand, you know, while she's aiming. I mean, that just looks good. Look, simple, quick little pose. I know I did it off camera, but still, simple, quick little pose, and look, everything looks phenomenal with this figure. So anyway, now that I've shown that off, because I almost forgot, let me get her situated now this time, and then we will show how she compares to somebody else, and then we will end this review. And while we're here, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Please hit the notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. Now, let's get into taking a look at her with some other comparisons. As you can see, this is how Lucy compares to David. You know, they're both from the same line, and unfortunately David's the only one that I have out to compare her to, but you can see they go well together. Now, she is a little bit shorter than David, and rightfully so she should be, because that's just the way it was in the show, and that's the way it is here. So that's actually good that they didn't make them the same height. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, you got some great figures here. So definitely want to take a look at these guys, or pick them up if you can, whatever the case. But I will say, real quick, this guy here was $44.99. She was $29.99 off Entertainment Earth. So you get two great figures for the price of what a Mezco or a Mafex figure would be. And this is how this rope should be on around David, you know, with his necklace. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be one like this. I know when I did my review on this, it was hanging down, you know, pretty low, but whatever the case, however you want. But anyway, excuse me, I apologize. My allergies are all a mess, so I sound raspy and I sound kind of congested or whatever, so I do apologize for all the throat clearing and all that. My point is that for the price that you're paying for these figures, you're getting a great deal. It's a steal. They put in some great things with these figures. They have great posability. They come with great accessories. And I will say that if you guys have seen the Cyberpunk David video on this channel, the thumbnail was done by CB Hunts. If you guys don't know who he is, go check him out. That is CB Hunts. Great creator. Go give him a shout. Go give him a look, see, and you know, check out his work. But anyway, guys, this is my review on the Cyberpunk EdgeRunners Lucy by Jada Toys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip.